Welcome back to the Solo Promoter YouTube channel. This is the YouTube channel where we look at everything tabletop pro wrestling and fighting games, and we've got an interesting one here today. I will say that I have had this on my shelf, ready to be reviewed on the channel for literally, I would say, 4 years. Let's see, yeah, probably about 4 years, because I bought this off of eBay right before we moved to the current house that we were in, and we've been here for 3 years. And so I would say this is probably about 4 years that I've had this, and we haven't done anything with it. This is Sergeant Slaughter's Mat Wars, the interactive wrestling game. For 2 or more players, ages 8 and up. It's from Trigame Enterprises. And this is the wrestling game that puts you in the ring. Supposedly this is complete, at least it was when I purchased it. Let's take a look at the back. So as you can see, Sergeant Slaughter's Mat Wars, the wrestling game that puts you in the ring for 2 or more players ages 8 or up. Sergeant Slaughter's Mat Wars allows you to step in the ring with Sergeant Slaughter, one of the world's most famous wrestlers. Challenge your friends to a realistic wrestling match. You make the action happen. You can arrange grueling one-on-one matches or tumultuous tag team tournaments. That's a big word. You plan your strategy by choosing from 40 different professional wrestling maneuvers, including the Sarge's world-famous Cobra Clutch and Slaughter Cannon. Even if you've already tried other wrestling games, you haven't really played till you've leapt into the ring with Sergeant Slaughter's Mat Wars. So this includes 1 official Sergeant Slaughter's Mat Wars wrestling game board, 6 dynamic wrestling figures and stands, 1 6-sided dice, and complete set of playing instructions. Now, it says 40 different maneuvers here, but maybe those are in the handbook? I don't know. Let's find out. Is there a date on this? 1988. Trigame Enterprises, Matawan, New Jersey. Made in the USA. Of course it is. Of course it is. I do like it. Looks like there was a little bit of Photoshop, not early Photoshopping, but you know what I'm saying, a little editing here because of the way his glasses look. Nothing on the back of the box there. Here is the rule booklet. Very thin, only 1 page. Only 1 page, so we will look at this. Here is some other exciting products from Trigame Enterprises. Try Checkers. Oh, so look at this. Their thing with Try Checkers, the reason why they're Trigame, is 3 people can play checkers. 3 people can play chess. Computer Star, a game designed to aid in the learning of computers. Addiction, the addictive word definition game, a great play on words. And Sergeant Slaughter's Mat Wars. Yeah, which one stands out there? Thank you for purchasing one of our Trigame Enterprise fine products. At Trigame, we make every effort to ensure your new game will bring you countless of hours of fun and enjoyment for years to come. We invite your questions or comments concerning our products. Please send your correspondence to... and please include your name and address, product title and date of purchase, name of store where purchased. All right, I'm thinking now that the moves will be on the game board. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking is happening. Look at this. This has not been punched out. Yeah, so the moves are on the board here. This is very interesting. It's the SWF. Sergeant Slaughter's Mat Wars. So we've got move, RTM, DMG, move. Well, we'll figure out what these mean here. But I guess RTM is roll to make, and DMG is damage. Maybe? That's what I would say. Pile driver, power slam, punch, shoulder block, single leg takedown, slaughter cannon, sleeper hold, superfly leap, suplex, turnbuckle smash, abdominal stretch, airplane spin, arm bar, arm drag takedown, atomic knee, avalanche, backbreaker, backdrop, bear hug, body slam, Boston crab, bulldog, camel clutch, choke, cobra clutch, DDT, Drop kick, eye poke, figure four leg lock, flying elbow, forearm smash, full Nelson, hammerlock, headbutt, headlock, heart punch, hip toss, knee lift / drop, and leg drop, monkey flip. So that's Sergeant Slaughter's Mat Wars. That's the game board. Here are the tokens. I don't want to punch these out. I mean, because this is mint. This is mint condition here. I'm very nervous that these will get punched out. Oh, sorry, I bumped the camera there. But there's Sergeant Slaughter. This man is holding his hands in front of his you-know-what, and he's got chains. So I don't know what's happening behind his hands there. But there you go, sort of an executioner type guy. Interesting, there's not sort of like a foreign menace, you know what I mean, to really... I mean, maybe this guy's Russian, I don't know, or this guy's Russian, I don't know. We've got, still sealed, we've got some tokens, I mean some stands, and we've got a die. Really, for a wrestling game, this is not a lot of things. This is in excellent condition. I'm very excited about this. Now, I think what I'm going to do is I'm not going to punch these out and use these. I think I will keep this all mint. Let's take a look at the rule booklet. It seems very, very easy to play. Get ready to step into the ring with Sergeant Slaughter. To win, you must pin your opponent by wearing him down with successfully applied wrestling maneuvers. There are 40 maneuvers in all to choose from, which are listed on the game board, including the Sarge's own Cobra Clutch and Slaughter Cannon. So grab yourself a pad and pencil to keep score, and be prepared for some grueling wrestling action. I don't know if that's spelled correctly. I'm not a good speller, but that does not look like grueling is spelled correctly. Components, we did that. Setup, place the game board between the players and insert the wrestling figures into the plastic stands provided. For a one-on-one match, each player chooses one of the wrestling figures to represent himself in the ring. Place these figures in opposite corners of the ring diagonally across from each other. Players roll one die. The player who rolled the highest number goes first. Players alternate turns rolling the die and moving their figures in the ring the appropriate number of spaces in any direction, forward, backward, left, right, or diagonally. The first player who rolls a number on the die large enough to enable him to land in one of his opponent's adjoining playing spaces may, in the same turn, engage him in one or a series of wrestling maneuvers. The engaging player must first tell his opponent which maneuver he has chosen, rolling the die a second time to see if the move was successful. Note, failure to do so will end a player's turn and void the maneuver. After calling out his chosen maneuver, the engaging player rolls the die once. If the number rolled matches one of the numbers listed under the RTM, roll to make, heading next to that move, the maneuver is successful. The engaging player's turn continues until he is either unsuccessful, decides to disengage his opponent, or as described below, or he forgets to call out his next maneuver before rolling the die. So you just always have to remember to yell out your next maneuver. If you don't do that, you're in trouble. All right. Once the engaging player's turn is ended, his opponent may counter a maneuver in the same manner and or disengage him. A player cannot use the same maneuver twice in a single turn. Keeping score. At the beginning of the match, each wrestler starts with a strength value rating of 20 points. For longer matches, you may wish to increase this number. With each successful wrestling maneuver, points are deducted from the wrestler under attack in accordance with the number listed under the DMG damage heading next to a particular move. A player may regain strength points by disengaging, moving out of any adjoining space occupied by his opponent, or retreating, moving away from his opponent. To do this, a player must declare his intentions before rolling the die and moving his wrestling figure the appropriate number of spaces in any direction away from the opponent. Each time a player disengages or retreats from the opponent, he gains 1 point in strength value. The player cannot, however, accumulate more strength value than he had at the beginning of the match. Okay, so that's interesting. If you reach, you have to declare. You always, in this game, you have to declare. But if you move away, you just get 1 point. So it can't be like, oh, I roll a 6 and I move 6 away and I get 6 points. Declaring the winner. A match ends when one of the wrestlers has lost all of his strength value points. The player with the remaining points is declared the winner. Tag team matches can be played by 2 or more players by forming teams. All rules for a one-on-one match apply to tag team matches, and only one wrestler from each team may enter the ring at one time. To tag a wrestler out of the ring and replace him with the fresh wrestler, you must maneuver him back to a starting space in the corner of the ring. Tagging in or out ends a player's turn. When a wrestler re-entering the ring during a bout must maintain the same number of strength points he had when he left. Only one player from either team need to be pinned to end the match. Battle Royal. In a Battle Royal, up to 6 wrestlers at a time placed in the ring at the beginning of the match. Players choose any space in the ring from which to begin. Rules for engaging and disengaging opponents are the same as one-on-one and tag matches, as are the point systems for keeping score. After choosing which player will go first, play continues in a clockwise rotation around the board. As each wrestler runs out of strength points, he is removed from the ring. The last player left in the ring is the winner. And we've got some hints right from Sergeant Slaughter himself. Using a succession of easy maneuvers can wear down your opponent quickly, as they are much easier to accomplish. In a tag team match, try and draw your opponent to your side of the ring and keep him there. You will be within easy reach of tagging in one of your team members, which will enable you to replace a tired wrestler with a fresh one. I guess you could also do a three-man tag match as well. Remember to call out your chosen maneuver before rolling the die when engaging the opponent. This will save you the embarrassment of ending your turn and voiding the maneuver. If your wrestler is very low in strength points, disengage your opponent before it's too late. This will give your wrestler a breather and gain him 1 extra point for each turn. You can outmaneuver your opponent by moving away. Remember, all wrestling action takes place in the ring, not on mom's furniture. It's not dad's furniture, it's mom's furniture. All right. Well, let me get this set up and we'll play a match. All right, we are back. I just cannot bring myself to punch these out. I really just can't. So we're going to use my face to the mat wrestling tokens here, and let's go. The thing about this thing is they start at opposite corners, and then they just have so far to go before they are next to each other. All right, so the red is rolling first. Let's see what... actually, I'm going to roll 2 die, red and blue, to see who goes first here. And red is going to go first. All right, so 2. 1, 2. I'm just going to have them go towards each other. Yeah, so wait, do they... Hold on a second. If you're just moving around the ring, the first player who rolls a number on a die large enough to enable him to land in one of... Okay, so they just roll back and forth. So that was a 1, so he gets a 1 over there. Red gets 3. 1, 2, 3. 5. 1. I guess you don't have to move 2, 3, 4, 5. He's still next to him. So blue is actually going to get to go first. So let me get a little pad here, and we'll have red, and we will have blue. And they both start at 20. All right, so now which move... looking around here, damage, Slaughter Cannon damage is 3. So it looks like the moves are either 1, 2, or 3 damage. That's what it looks like. Boston Crab is a 3, Camel Clutch is a 3, Cobra Clutch is a 3. That has to be the best move in the thing. So, I think he's going to go for a forearm smash. And a forearm smash, I'm declaring it. Blue's going to go for a forearm smash. This works on a 1, 2, 4, 5, or 6. So he just has to avoid a 3. Rolls a 1. So that will work, and that will take 1 point off over there. And blue gets to go again. I think 1, 2, 3, 4. He's going to go for a hammerlock, taking Sarge's tips. Going to go for a hammerlock. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. So he wants to avoid a 5. Rolls a 3. So that is another one. Down to 18. All right. Getting a little cocky. Going to go for a 2-point move. And how about a punch? 1, 3, 4, 5. 1, 3, 4, 5. That's what he has to hit. Rolls a 5. So that will be 2 points. So he's down to 16. Blue really doing it here. I think it's going to play it safe. Hip toss. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm declaring 1, 2, 3. There's a 1. So that'll be another 1. Poor blue is really in trouble here. Red going to go for... Ooh, look at this pile driver is only a 1 and a 3. You get 3 points, but it's a 1 and a 3. I think... Gonna go for a suplex. 1, 4, 5, 6. 1, 4, 5, 6. 2! So misses it. So now this is Red's turn. What's Red going to do? Red's going to go for the atomic knee. 1, 3, 5, 6. Gets it. So that will be 2 points off of blue. And Red will get to go again. Red's going to go for a backdrop. 2, 4, 5, 6. 1 doesn't work. So blue's going to take back over. And blue is going to go for... an arm drag takedown. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. So just wants to avoid a 2. Rolls a 3. So that will be another 1 point for blue. Or 1 point taken away. Blue, let's see. What's another good level 2 move? These are all 3s over here. Level 2. Full Nelson. 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5 gets the 2, and that is 12. Red's going to want to disengage here soon. Going to go for a hammerlock. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Wants to avoid a 5. Rolls a 2, gets it again, and Red is now down to 11. Leg drop. Monkey flip is... Interesting. Gonna go for a power slam here. 1, 3, 5, 6. 1, 3, 5. There it is. That's a 2-pointer. And now, Red is down under 9. Blue. Ooh, those are kind of like cheating moves. We've got a choke and a... He's going to go for a bulldog. 3, 4, 5, 6. 3, 4. Blue was going for a bulldog. 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 gets it. So that is 2 points. Brings him down to 7. 7 points. And he's declaring everything, so he can't... Gonna go for, let's see, a body slam. Classic. 1, 4, 5, 6. 1, 4, 5, 6. Rolls a 3. Doesn't get it. So Red is now in charge, and I think Red is announcing that he is going to disengage. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that will give him 1 point back. So he is now up at an 8. And Blue is going to go after him too. 1, 2. Red's going to try. Now he does. I don't believe. I think you get 1 point for disengaging. But if you just constantly run away, I don't think that you should get extra points. Where is that thing? To do this, a player must declare his attention before rolling the die and moving his wrestling finger the moment in a direction away from his opponent. Each time a player disengages or retreats from the opponent, he gains 1 point. All right. So he is going to try and get away from the opponent again. 1. So that'll be another point. And let's see, that'll be, bring him back up to 9. Now blue is like had enough. He's like, come back here. 2. 1, 2. Back in. Blue, what's he going to go for here? He's going to keep it simple. Let's see, is there another 1 move? Going to go for a headlock. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. Just doesn't want a 3. 1 gets it. That's going to take away one of those hard-earned points. He's going to keep that headlock on. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. 4 keeps it on. He's going to keep it on again. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. 4. Red is in trouble. He is down to 6. Gonna go for a 2. Where's one of those 2s that have a lot of choices? Backdrop. 2, 4, 5, 6. Let's see if he can do it. 4 gets it. So he is now down to 4. Is he gonna go for a big move? He's going to go for a drop kick. Drop kick is 1, 3, 5. It's right over here. 1, 3, 5. 1, 3, 5. Gets the 1! That is a drop kick. So he is now down to 1 point. I think he's going to play it safe and just hit a 1-point move. Armbar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2. That will work, and blue will pick up the victory, defeating red. So there you go, friends. There is Sergeant Slaughter's Mat Wars. Here's what I'll say. I love this artwork. First of all, I love that this thing came in and it's in mint condition from 1988. The artwork, I just think, is really funny. This man has the smallest head in the world compared to his body. I still don't know what's happening there. Sergeant Slaughter is hilarious. So I think that's awesome. Sergeant Slaughter, the rules are simple. That's what I will say. I don't necessarily see... I do see the strategy in this game. But I don't see a lot of replay value. But I guess you could kind of start your own Fed and play it out this way. I love this. I love that this... actually, I'm going to put this away the same way that I got it. I also think... I was looking to see... I don't think they are. I was looking to see if these were wooden. But I think they're plastic. Yeah, they're plastic. But there you go. There is Sergeant Slaughter's Mat Wars. I don't know the claim of it being an interactive wrestling game. I mean, I guess it is an interactive wrestling game. I like this a lot. I think it's a fun, as I said, a fun thing to have. I don't see myself playing this, over and over and over again, but kind of fun to have in the collection. And yeah, there you go. Let me know what you think about Sergeant Slaughter's Mat Wars. I mean, the artwork is great. The artwork on the box, the artwork on those things. Obviously, something just put together with Sergeant Slaughter and not involved with any other sort of wrestling federation. But yeah, there you go. All right, friends, thank you so much for being here. Big shout out to all of our Golden Circle channel members, and I will talk to you soon. Goodbye, everybody.